In the rolling hills of Tennessee, a city emerged from nothing. A city that didn't exist on any map. A city with one purpose: to build a weapon that would change the world forever. This wasn't just a secret facility. It was a secret city, codenamed Site X. It was home to 75,000 people. Yet, almost no one knew it was there. Not even the workers knew what they were building. They called it the Secret City, and it held the key to ending World War II. The year was 1942. The United States was racing against Nazi Germany to develop the atomic bomb. But where could they hide the largest scientific project in history? The answer: Oak Ridge, Tennessee. A site chosen for its isolation, yet close enough to power and water. Overnight, farms vanished, families were displaced, and a city rose in silence. Its existence was so classified that even Vice President Harry Truman didn't know about it until he became president. Imagine a city behind fences, guarded by armed soldiers. A city where every letter was read by sensors, where every phone call was monitored. Workers arrived by train, their windows blacked out. They didn't know where they were. They signed oaths of secrecy, warning loose talk costs lives. Inside, they called themselves the Lost Battalion. Scientists, engineers, and ordinary Americans, all trapped in a silent war of secrets. What were they building? They didn't know. They operated massive machines, pushed buttons, turned valves, all without understanding the end goal. Some thought they were building electric blankets. Others believed it was a new type of chemical weapon. The truth? They were enriching uranium, extracting a rare isotope, U-235, the heart of the atomic bomb. One mistake, one slip, and the entire city could vanish in a nuclear fireball. The K-25 plant, a U-shaped building so large, it was the biggest building in the world under one roof. Workers rode bicycles inside. They navigated corridors that felt like endless labyrinths. The air hummed with the sound of machinery. The goal? Separate uranium-235 from uranium-238. A task so difficult, it was compared to finding grains of sand in a football field. And they had to do it fast. The fate of the world depended on it. But the secrecy came at a cost. Spies lurked everywhere. The FBI watched. Suspicion hung in the air like fog. One worker, a young woman named Helen, wrote in her diary, "We are building something terrible here. I feel it in my bones." Her diary was confiscated. She was questioned for days. In Oak Ridge, trust was a luxury no one could afford. The enemy wasn't just overseas, it was inside the fences. Life in the secret city was surreal. There were movie theaters, bowling alleys, and cafeterias. But everyone was watched. Dates were chaperoned. Conversations were reported. Children attended schools where they learned never to ask questions. The city had everything except freedom. It was a gilded cage, a beautiful, bustling American town built on a lie meant to save the world. Then, on August 6th, 1945, the truth exploded over Hiroshima. The workers of Oak Ridge heard the news on the radio. An atomic bomb developed in secret. Suddenly, it all made sense. The uranium, the secrecy, the endless shifts. They had built the bomb. Some cheered, others wept. Many fell into silence. They had ended the war, but they had also unleashed a monster. After the war, Oak Ridge didn't disappear. It evolved. The secret city became a center for nuclear research. But the shadows of the past remained. Classified experiments continued. Stories leaked of unexplained illnesses, odd accidents, whispers of radioactive contamination. Had the government sacrificed its own people in the race for power? The truth was buried deeper than any secret. In the 1980s, declassified documents revealed the dark side of Oak Ridge. Radiation tests on unsuspecting workers, chemical exposures covered up. The very air and water were poisoned. Families who lived there for generations now faced cancer clusters. The government denied it for years, but the evidence was undeniable. The secret city had a toxic legacy. What about the spies? Soviet agents had infiltrated Oak Ridge. Scientists like Carl Fuchs passed secrets to the USSR. He walked these very halls, smiling, shaking hands, all while betraying America. Because of him, Stalin's scientists built a bomb years faster. The Cold War began not in Berlin, but in the quiet hills of Tennessee. Today, Oak Ridge is a modern city, but drive down its streets and you'll feel the ghosts. Abandoned buildings stand as monuments. The Y-12 plant still operates, guarding the nation's nuclear secrets. The past is everywhere, if you know where to look. In the soil, in the water, in the memories of the few who remember the silence. Why does Oak Ridge matter now? Because secrets like this still exist. Underground bases, cyber warfare labs, private companies building AI for the government. The methods have changed, but the game remains the same. Hidden in plain sight, the next Oak Ridge is being built today. Maybe in a desert, maybe in a server farm, but it's there, waiting. Think about it. A city of 75,000 people, hidden. Built and run without the world knowing. What does that say about power? About control? It reminds us that reality is fragile, that what we see is only the surface. Beneath it, secrets shape our world. And sometimes Those secrets are cities. Oak Ridge is a lesson in human genius and human folly. We achieved the impossible. We ended a war, but we also created a threat that still hangs over us. Nuclear weapons, radioactive waste, ethical dilemmas. The scientists of Oak Ridge knew they were crossing a line. One of them wrote, "We have known sin, and that sin still echoes." What if Oak Ridge had never existed? Would the war have dragged on? Would millions more have died? Or would a different power have built the bomb first? Nazi Germany? The Soviet Union? Oak Ridge wasn't just a city. It was a turning point, a moment where history split into two timelines, the one we live in and the one we narrowly escaped. The story of Oak Ridge is the story of the unseen, the ordinary people who did extraordinary things without even knowing it. The clerks, the welders, the chemists, they didn't wear capes. They wore lab coats and hard hats, and in their hands, they held the power to destroy or save the world. As you watch this, remember, there are still places like Oak Ridge, still secrets being kept, still cities hidden in plain sight. The question is, what are they building now? The next energy revolution? The next weapon? The next leap or the next mistake? The shadows have grown longer. The secrets deeper. We decoded one reality, but there are others. Oak Ridge teaches us to look closer, to question what's hidden in the open, because the truth is rarely on the surface. It's in the silenced stories, the buried files, the whispered confessions. Reality is a code, and someone somewhere is always trying to break it. This was Oak Ridge, the secret city, a place where history was written in whispers, where the fate of humanity was decided behind closed doors. And as the sun sets over those Tennessee hills, the secrets remain, waiting for the next decode, waiting for the next truth to be revealed. This is reality decoded. And just like that, another piece of the puzzle snaps into place. But the picture is far from complete. If you dare to dig deeper, to uncover what's hidden in plain sight, then subscribe now, because next time, we decode a reality that hits much closer to home. This is Reality Decoded. The truth is waiting.